Andy, what would you say was the biggest difference for you? I guess physically, how did you feel the difference this time from the first time?
You know what? For this fight, I think I was overweight, man. I think I was overweight. I think I didn't move the way that I wanted to. I think me thinking that I was gonna be bigger and heavier, it was gonna benefit me, and tell you the truth, it really didn't. But no excuses, you know. Anthony Joshua did his thing, and he got the victory.
Obviously, pictures you looked a lot slimmer. Were you slimmer and then you put on the weight, or was that just?
I was slimmer. I put on the weight, and it was my mistake, you know. And you know, I think I felt too confident and all that, but I think I should have trained harder. I should have did and listened to my team and to my coaches, and you know, nobody really knows about the training that we had, you know, but we did the best we can, and I just can't wait for the next fight. You know, he won one, I won one, so let's do the trilogy.
Andy, last question for me. What did you guys say to each other in the ring afterwards? You guys were hugging, you guys had a real deep conversation. What did you guys say?
Exactly, that I won one, he won one, and we're gonna go to the third one.
Andy Ruiz with Los Angeles, ESPN House here. I just had to ask you, you are the most challenging opponent for Anthony Joshua. You know, from all his fights, he usually knocks out people who go the distance, but you in particular, you know, you beat him, you knocked him out. And this fight tonight, you struggled a lot with him. So, like, it was pretty close. I really thought that he would have won. What do you think is different about you than all his other opponents? What is it that you have over his other opponents that's causing this?
I think just the heart that I have, you know. I'm not scared of any of my opponents, you know, and if I would have let my hands go just like I did on June 1st, I think I would have won. I would have won this fight, and like I said, I should have trained harder. I should have listened to my coaches more, and maybe I shouldn't have put on all this weight that I did, and I would have been more faster, and I would have thrown more. I got him hurt a few times, and I let him survive. So I think that was one of the mistakes that I did. But like I said, I won one, he won one. Let's do the next one.
Also, he was holding you in the last fight. He kept holding you.
Yeah, you know, he was boxing his life out, you know. But like I said, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for me besides me not training as hard and putting on this weight. So it was a good victory for him.
Andy, why didn't you train harder? Is it
Where is that?
Andy,
Oh, okay.
why didn't you train harder? What's the?
I don't know. You know, there's just a lot of things was going on my plate, you know. But like I said, there's no excuse. I learned from my mistakes. I know what I didn't do and what I should have did for the camp, and it paid off, you know. But I learned from my mistakes, and I know I'll be ready for the next one.
Early on, Andy, you had some good punches that made some good bloodshot on your face. How did that affect you in any way?
You know, it affected me a little bit. You know, I couldn't see really good for the left eye, but I think I maintained good. I think I should have pressured more. I think I was waiting too much. My arms wasn't fluid like it usually is, you know, and I think it was because of the weight. And, you know, I weighed in too heavy, you know, and I wasn't able to throw my combinations. But the cut, it messed me up a little bit. But us warriors and us fighters in there, we try to ignore the cut, and we do our best to do our job.
Andy, Telemundo Deportes, esperaste hasta el último asalto, los últimos 10 segundos, para invitarlo a pelear contigo al centro del ring. ¿Por qué esperaste tanto y qué mensaje le tienes a tu afición mexicana?
Pues yo creo era el peso que subí de mucho, no podía tirar las combinaciones que yo tiro, y yo creo que él tenía miedo a poner frente a pelear como hombres, pero ese era su estilo. Él quería boxear, pero yo no hice lo que tenía que hacer, y toda la raza que me anda apoyando, los perdono porque yo siento que le hice abajo. So, si Dios quiere para la otra voy a tener la victoria y voy a ser más mejor, me voy a poner más listo, más firme y vamos a agarrar esta victoria.
Andy Ruiz, ESPN Los Angeles, Nazir again. Other question is, if you were to have a rematch, the third rematch, where would you have it? In the USA, and what would you do different? How would this fight go different from the first fight and tonight?
I think I'll prepare myself a lot more, from being the champion my first time. It was kind of hard, from being over here and over there, missing training, and like I said, I don't want to have no excuses, but I know I'm gonna work my ass off. And look, being not that great of shape, look how I did. I did pretty good. I took all his shots. I felt I should have just pressured more and let my hands go. I think that's what I needed to do. And I got him a few times. He got me a few times. I ate his punches. And, if we would have went toe-to-toe, I think that's when I was connecting. But I know for the trilogy, I know I'm going to be a lot better. And it doesn't matter where it's at. If it's here, even better. I want to redeem myself here in Saudi Arabia.
How are you feeling physically after the fight? Are you okay? Are your injuries all right? Just wanted to check on you.
Yeah, I'm okay. Besides the cut that I have, I'm just a little disappointed. And me and my dad and my team were talking that I should have listened to them, and I shouldn't have put on all this weight. I try to kind of do the training on my own, and I'm sorry, man, and sorry to my dad. I should have listened to them more, I think I got too confident on myself, and like I said, there's no excuses. He won, I won one, and I know for the third one I'm going to be a lot better.
Andy, back here. When did you know in camp that you hadn't trained enough? Was there a point where you said to myself, man, it's too late now and I should have trained more?
There was, and I think we started too late, and I don't want to say the 3 months of partying or of that I had celebrating and whatnot kind of affect me, because to tell you the truth, it kind of did. But what can I say? Just learn this mistake, and I'm glad I learned it now that I'm still young. This is just the beginning for me, and there's a lot more fights coming soon.
And you were mentioning before that it might have affected your arms and made it less fluid. Do you think it also affected your foot speed and the way you cut off the ring?
It sure did. I was just following him. I felt like I wasn't doing what I do best. I wasn't letting my hands go. I was letting myself open. I was taking all his best shots. But I know for the next one I'm going to be a lot better. What would I do different? Listen to my coach and listen to my dad, and be more concentrated in the fight. Take it more serious. Like I said, I think there's no excuse. Just train harder and take it more serious. There's a lot of responsibility being a champion of the world. So I think the partying and all the stuff got the best of me. But next time is going to be a lot better.
Peter from 5 News, right here. You're talking a lot about what you did wrong. Could you tell us what Anthony did well in the ring? Because he was a different fighter. Out there in New York, obviously you were a different fighter, but he also was a completely different fighter. More control, less risk, but very, very well.
I think the only he did good was just move around as much as he can, and when I would let my hands go, I would land, I would land punches. And I think from being overweight, it kind of held me back. I think I was just looking for 1-2 punches instead of the usually that I am throwing 4 or 5 punches. And I think that's what got the best of me. But, he did a good job. He got me with a lot of different jabs. And
It was more you than his performance? Because this is the feeling I like.
He did a good performance. He did what he had to do. He boxed me around. He ran around. and he just boxed me. And for me being overweight, I couldn't perform the best that I could.
So Andy, in terms of looking forward, if the potential third fight doesn't happen straight away, which other heavyweights in the division would you like to challenge?
In the heavyweight division, there's a lot of fighters right now, and I just want to rest. I want to talk to my team. I want to think about my career and, just look back what I need to do, and just focus more and, just train harder for this fight and, don't look past my opponents and, but I'll fight anybody in the game. I'll fight anybody. I'm not scared of nobody. Me and Anthony did a really good job, and like I said, I'm a dangerous fighter to any fighter, so I have a heart of a lion, and I'm gonna do my best, either if I'm in my best or not in my best. But I wasn't in my best today.
Andy, you were able to, last time you did get dropped, you didn't really want to throw the shots more. Was there a power difference that you feel being even lighter?
You know what? I took his shots really good. I didn't feel really hurt. Besides the one that he cut me, it was kind of bothering me a little bit. But we all hit hard in the heavyweight division, and it only takes one punch to change the fight. But I think I took his punches really well, and he didn't knock me down at all like I did on the first fight. But like I said, the next fight is going to be a lot different.
Question for Manny.
Yes.
ESPN Africa. Were you surprised by AJ's tactics in the fight?
Well, we did expect for him to stick and move. He did a good job at it, boxing. But honestly, we also thought that he was gonna try to stand and fight Andy. And when he did, the little that he did, we feel that Andy got the best of him. But then he went back to his game plan. He listened to his coaches. So I gotta commend Andy and his coaching for coming up with a good game plan.
Any more questions?
It is, I think I'm gonna learn from my mistakes, and like I said, I'm happy that I learned right now. Then later, I'm still young, and there's still a lot bright future for me. And I just gotta learn from my mistakes, just like how he did from the first fight. And there's no excuses. He was a better man, and I just needed to. I should have just taken it more serious, and I think it would have been a different fight.
And one more question, Andy. In terms of your short period as a champion, do you feel like you were given the respect that's deserving as a world champion?
No, I think people are still doubting me, but I'm still a dangerous fighter to any fighter in the heavyweight division. I could take the punches, I could give the punches, and especially being in my 100%, I could dominate anybody in the world. So I think that's what we're going to work on. I think we're going to work harder in the gym, and we're going to prepare ourselves even better, and dedicate myself a lot more. Excuse me, I didn't hear you. It was the same, I fought over there in LA before in the open arena. It was a little cold. I know it was raining, but there's no excuses for that. We're gladiators, we're warriors. We have to fight in any circumstances. But like I said, he was a better man, and I would love to do it again, but in a better shape and just the way that I was on June 1st.
Andy, yeah, can you tell us, if you knew that you hadn't trained how you wanted, how were you feeling when you were walking to the ring, given that you had that in your mind?
I felt like I was going to do my best. I was going to do my best. We can't doubt ourselves. Once we're in the ring, we have to motivate myself and, just pray to God that everything's going to be okay, not just for me, but for him too, for us to walk out healthy to our family. And, you know, he was the better man. He won. But like I said, I won one. He won one. I want to do it again.
Question for Manny. You know, Andy just apologized to you a few minutes ago. How do you feel about what he said, and at what point in camp did you realize something was wrong?
You know, as a coach, you got to be with your fighter 100%. Even when things aren't going well, you know, there's a lot of, obviously, I'm not the first coach, and he's not the first fighter where, you know, situations happen in camp. And I'm there for him 100%, you know, through good and bad, through thick and thin, even when things aren't going so well. I have to apologize to him too, because, you know, this is a team effort. And, you know, when you don't win, it hurts. It always hurts. But, you know, situation is, you got to stick with your fighter. Even when things, once again, even when things aren't going well, there's a lot of things that people don't know, but you got to, you know, you got to stick with your guy. You got to stick with your fighter no matter what. Even now, you know, I'm right here sitting next to him, letting him know that you know, I got his back. You know, a lot of people are gonna shy away or run away or whatever, but I'm not that type of individual. I'm with my fighters 100%.
And now, Andy, you know, as the seconds were ticking by at the end of the fight, you were motioning for Joshua to come and fight you. Were you frustrated, and what did you think about him? Because even when you were in the exchanges, he was jumping out of them rather than trying to punch his way out.
I was a little frustrated, you know, because we didn't do what we've been working on. And like I said, I think for me being overweight, I wasn't fluid enough. I wasn't moving the way that I wanted to move, you know. I think being overweight got the best of me. I thought it was going to be a better thing for me. I thought I was going to be stronger, but I think being lighter, I'm going to let my hands go and I'm going to be a completely different fighter. But, you know, I think he did a good job.
Yeah, now, you know, we've all had moments in our lives where we procrastinate and say, all right, I'll do it tomorrow. Was there points in camp where you were just like, all right, tomorrow I'm going to get it together and do this? And
of course, there is always tomorrow, and Manny knows, and my dad knows too. And like I said, I should have listened to them, and I'm pretty sure we would have got the victory. But, you know, we learn from our mistakes. You know, Manny could tell the truth, my dad could tell the truth, but I don't want them to be no excuses, you know. He won, but I know it's going to be a lot better next fight.
Last question.
Andy Ruiz, Nazir from ESPN Los Angeles. You've been such a phenomenal role model for your country, Mexico. I have a lot of Mexican friends. I'm from Los Angeles myself. They all talk so highly about you. What does this mean to you, like what you've done for boxing, especially for the Mexican community in your country?
You know, right now I'm a little disappointed in myself because I know I could have done a lot better, but, you know, I'm still happy, and I still thank God for him putting me in this position. You know, this is a dream come true. I made my dreams come true on June 1st, and, you know, it was another dream being the main event here in Saudi Arabia, a big card, you know, so I don't take nothing for granted. I learned from my mistakes. I'm proud of being here, you know. I'm the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world that there's ever been, you know. I'm in the histories, but I just thought I should have took this fight more serious, and, you know, and everybody that's out there that has a dream, you know, they could accomplish anything that they want. Look at me, I came a long way, you know, a lot of roller coasters, a lot of ups and downs, and this is one of my ups and downs that I could tell my story, and best believe I'm going to come back and I'm going to bounce back and be in the heavyweight champion of the world once again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody.